Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
The Steelers at 4-5, a game under 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on second and 13.
Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Pickett to throw on first down.
And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Pickett back to the air on second down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD.
Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage where it's going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Harris running straight ahead. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. again with Harris. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking up that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
There we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here we go. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow on play action.
They'll throw for Burrow, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And some room to work. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. Right now, 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
From his end zone, Wilson.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And they go play action now. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here we go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. All right, ready? From midfield now, Burrow. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. And Malik Reed there to bring him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Now Burrow. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Letting one go deep for the end zone.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers.
Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Miles Jack working free that time to take him down.
What the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
He'll buy some time right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's Austin. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll start the drive with Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. From the 30 on 2nd down, Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. Again,
it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Pickett. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. They'll get this to about the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with lots of double team.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Sam Hubbard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. man. It's Chase. He completes it.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 9, Pickett. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he is going to have the Steelers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to swell the lead to 6. Boswell's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty...
It is intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Trey Norwood. And the Steelers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to